What if I told you that you can understand Ahsoka series without previously watching Clone Wars, Rebels, or The Mandalorian? Well, of course that would be a filthy lie. Don't worry not, my friend. In today's episode, we will speedrun through every bit of content you have missed, so that you can sit down on August 23rd and get a grasp of what's going on screen. Welcome, my name is Chris, and you're watching Star Wars World. Spoilers ahead. Duh.
Let's start with her first appearance. Ahsoka debuted in an animated movie called Star Wars: The Clone Wars, where she is introduced as the new Padawan for Anakin Skywalker. Wait, what now? Yes, Yoda in his great wisdom decided that Anakin needs to cure his fear of letting go, and the best way to teach him such quality would be to give him a Padawan. Amazing idea, my little green friend. But there she was, an annoying, bratty little character who was bossy throughout the movie and then later in the beginning of Clone Wars series. Of course, such state of affairs was not going to last. Ahsoka had to undergo some kind of changes. And those changes came through several episodes of Clone Wars series. These 20-minute long animated adventures told various stories during the war, starring our beloved prequel characters such as Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, and of course his new Padawan Ahsoka Tano. Throughout 7 seasons, she matured and earned her stripes as a Jedi through many trials and tribulations. She was as far from being a Mary Sue as it gets. She would constantly fail and learn from her mistakes, as all good characters should. This was a turning point for Ahsoka, as she gained a lot in the eyes of the fans. She would go on to have many different adventures alongside Anakin, but also other Jedi Masters, such as Luminara Unduli, Plo Koon, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Also worth mentioning was her relations with the clones from the 501st Legion. She was admired and respected not only by their leader Captain Rex, but also the rest of the squad. During the Siege of Mandalore, in order to honor her, they repainted their helmets to match her tattoos and skin tone.
Then, when she wasn't a walking annoyance anymore, Dave Filoni decided to take her away from us. Well, not literally, she is alive obviously, although she left the Jedi Order in what is considered one of the most emotional arcs in the entire Clone Wars series.
This was a big blow to many fans, as they came to like her very much, with some of the younger audience, such as teenage girls, taking her up as a role model. For example, my goddaughter. True story. Ahsoka during the Clone Wars on several occasions fought General Grievous, Asajj Ventress, Cad Bane, and even managed to defeat and capture Darth Maul. Are you impressed yet?
Good, because that is not the end of her story. She appeared in another TV animated series called Rebels. These adventures were a bit different from the Clone Wars in terms of an era and animation style. To many, myself included, such style was a bit too childish, but nevertheless, the stories were worth being told. Ahsoka appeared in there as the survivor of Order 66, hiding in the Outer Rim. At first, she was helping the Rebel Alliance in secret as an agent called Fulcrum. Eventually, she came into contact with the crew of the starship called Ghost, which featured such characters as Jedi Kanan Jarrus, his Padawan and the main character of Rebels, Ezra Bridger, Mandalorian Sabine Wren, Twi'lek pilot Hera Syndulla, as well as Zeb and an astromech called Chopper. Then, during one mission, Ahsoka had to reveal her identity, which led to the inevitable encounter with the Inquisitors and her previous master, now Darth Vader. During their fight, she would find out that Anakin became this monstrous machine hunting all the Jedi, and he is no longer the same person she used to follow. After an emotional battle, she was nearly killed, but at the last moment was saved by Ezra Bridger, who used a special portal in the mysterious dimension called World Between Worlds. Shortly thereafter, Ezra disappeared into the unknown region alongside Grand Admiral Thrawn. Ahsoka promised to find him, and at the end of Rebels, we see her setting out to do exactly that, with her Mandalorian friend, Sabine Wren. This is when the timeline gets very confusing. We do not know when she is setting out to find Ezra. Also, her appearance in The Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett do not bring any more clarity either. All we know so far is that she didn't find Ezra, nor Thrawn yet, and this would probably be the main plot of the oncoming series. So now that you know more or less who she is and where she came from, the last question you should really be asking yourself is, why should I care? Well, my friend, to put it plainly, she has one of the best character arcs in the entire Star Wars. Presented to us at first with so many flaws and annoying characteristics, she would overcome most of them to become wise and mature hero. Such progression is every character's wet dream. She would grow before our eyes and in time gain what could be called an admiration. Some fans obviously are even taking it to the next level, but I really enjoy making family-friendly content, and let's just leave it at that, alright? And now you are ready to sit down with your favorite drink, stuff your face with popcorn, and watch this show when it drops at the end of August. I really wish, for our and Disney's sakes, that it will be something worth tuning in for. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe as I post weekly Star Wars content. And remember, there is always place for you in the Star Wars world. May the Force be with you.